Alright, so they snuck up on us here, and our scores are not correct, so excuse me while I fix this.
Neither are the names.
And neither are the names either. Chins is doing a very good job for being in here talking to us and playing at the same time. So, Gerald and Trucks here, Little Mac and Ryu. This is our grand final. Gerald is coming from the winner's side, and Trucks coming from the loser's side. Ryu and the Little Mac, both two fighters in their own right. It's almost the matchup we saw in the Ken trailer, but it's almost. Ryu instead. And there we go, the true Shoryuken, first of many I'm sure we'll see this set. Takes out Gerald's stock, and it seems that Trucks is pretty intent on building a bit more of a lead here before he gives up this stock of his. Nice focus attack there, but unfortunately doesn't get anything off it.
No.
And
Gerald is just throwing out hitboxes, just unrelenting.
Yeah, he is just throwing them out, but he's not throwing out big haymakers. He's throwing out little jabs. He's trying to bait his opponent in and really try and get a good amount of damage. But
and just gets up. Sure, you can
wake up.
Game one.
Wake up, sure you can. Thank you. I'll take that game one from you, sir. And he does exactly that. Trucks just dominating there. I might put a little, some little L's and W's so you know where these guys are coming from, and that Trucks has to win 2 sets to take this one home.
Yes, so Gerald definitely has a notable advantage being in winner's bracket.
He does. So Gerald just has to win this set. If Gerald wins this set, then it's over, and he gets to take home his prize money and come back and spend it again at Smash It Guff next week.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what he should be doing. But except not at Smash It Guff, because we're not Smash It Guff anymore. And if I do say that, forgive me, because
I was habitual at this point.
Yeah, saying it on the old stream, it was habitual. But you'll come back and spend that at Battle Hole next week.
And I feel like with this matchup, Gerald is going to need all the advantages he can get, because this is just a horrific matchup for Little Mac.
Yes, definitely.
Not the worst per se, but definitely up there. And this is why, because Ryu can just block anything Little Mac throws out with focus or the invincibility frames and true Shoryu.
Yeah, and you can see that focus attack is really coming in handy for him there. And a lot of these heavy hits too, as you can see the Tatsu coming in as well, covers a lot of the stage. And Gerald does not want to run into a lot of these, also excuse me for that. And a bit of air.
And all Ryu really needs to do is get him to a high enough percentage, sure you can take the stock. And there's Gerald with the up smash.
And Gerald has a KO punch online too.
He does
too. A quick
fishing for down tails. Oh, and he loses it.
He does lose it, which is really unfortunate there. And he'll have to now play this from scratch, as he did have a get out of jail free card there with the KO punch. He could have quickly secured that last stock, but instead this time he is having to work for it. But unfortunately he lands on the screen a little bit better looking than when he went off, and he didn't look very good when he came back.
No.
So that's a quick 2-0 up so far to Trucks. Just running away with it this set.
Yeah.
So far.
Not too surprising, given this is Trucks with his best character, correct me if I'm wrong, and against a positive matchup for Ryu, definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. So, taking it to Town and City this time, you'd assume this is Gerald's pick, because he lost the last game. So, it'll be interesting to see how this works out for him. I think it's a good choice, actually.
Yeah, I don't think Ryu really can do anything up on the platforms, since his only projectile is purely horizontal anyway, and it's not like Little Mac's going up there. So,
I think swapping away from the platforms will do Little Mac a lot of good.
Yeah, plus it's just a nice and big stage.
Exactly.
For lots of space for Little Mac to run around and not get launched off stage.
Exactly. And it has a big center, so he can stick around there and try and keep himself.
And Truck's getting assisted by the stage.
I've never seen anybody get stretchered in.
No.
Until then.
I've had my fair share of getting stretchered out.
Yeah, I've had definitely my fair share of getting stretchered out, but not getting stretchered in. And unfortunately, Little Mac definitely not making it back from all the way out there with no jumps. And yeah, Truck's just bullying him off the stage here. He does make it back from down there, so good work on the recovery from Gerald. He is no stranger to people wanting to push him off the stage.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest learning curves of Little Mac is knowing how to recover properly, like when to use your jump and when to up B or when to side B.
And when to air dodge.
That too.
Because that makes you a very vulnerable character in the air, is spending that dodge.
And that is not unfortunate. Into the bracket reset.
Yes.
3-0 to Trucks.
3-0 to Trucks there, and they're going to reset the bracket. I wonder if they're going to take a little bit of time, but not normally do they do that. So a nice 3-0 there. So good work from Trucks. We'll reset the scores, and we're back. We're starting again. This is set
right
2.
Into the next game.
This is for all of it.
This is indeed.
This is for the tournament. This is the last set we're going to see.
For the bread.
For the bread. Don't eat too much bread, by the way. It'll make you fat.
Good advice.
Thank you.
Eat wholemeal.
Exactly. Eat wholemeal or rye. I really like rye. But anyway, we'll stop talking about bread and start talking about Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Wii U. And this game is back once again, Ryu and Little Mac, and it does not look like it's changed much at all since the last game, as they've just run straight back into these ones. Although Gerald doing notably a little bit better this time, or a fair bit better.
Getting the kill with the up B.
Yeah, as he secures the stock, secures the first stock too, which is very important, as he's kind of just been getting run over by Trucks' Ryu, and that has included being a stock down. But
I think Gerald was fishing for a down tilt there, naturally trying to get the KO punch off.
Yeah, trying to convert into that. But not a bad position for him either. He has a little bit of rage, but he has the stage control.
Any attack from Ryu right now could easily combo into a true Shoryu, which is not what you want at that percent.
No, but at the same time, there's not many. You know, it is quite easy for Ryu to do that and kill. So, Gerald will not be worried about taking too much more damage overly. Like he's already in kill percent. If he's going to die, it's going to happen. But
exactly.
He's not, and he 2-stocks Trucks in this game.
Game 1 to Gerald.
Game 1 to Gerald, but
the bracket reset.
Yeah, and after no break, he just comes in and runs him over.
He's going to, well, for lack of a better term, reverse 3-0 him.
Yeah,
he's on track to at least.
He is. The 3-0 and then the 3-0. Is it going to happen? I guess we'll find out. But taking it back to Battlefield, this is Trucks' pick. He dominated on this stage the last 2 games that he played on it. They played 2 games on Town and City, and now we're back to Battlefield. Is this going to be Trucks' game? Is he still confident? Especially after that last game. That was a dominating 2-stock from Gerald.
I am honestly surprised that Gerald...
Oh my god, and Gerald gets sent down to the Shadow Realm.
Takes the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, he tries to keep himself up there, but...
Very unfortunate for Gerald this early in the game.
Mm-hmm. But Little Mac taps out in that round, and he's back for the second one.
The super armor saving him from the true Shoryu.
Whoa, the super armor from the true Shoryu saved him from the super armor of the side B. So they both kind of saving each other there. Unfortunately, though, Little Mac's recovery will be the bane of his existence there, as a dominating 2-stock comes back from Trucks. And this is just a slugfest. Obviously, we've got 2 fighting characters.
Yeah. It's all punches and kicks.
Yeah.
Less kicks from Little Mac, obviously.
Yeah,
I am
more punches.
Honestly surprised that Gerald hasn't switched to Falco at this point. I mean, I feel like that's a better matchup for Ryu, but I think he's just going with his best guns.
I think so too. Yeah, it is interesting. I'd like to see Gerald's Falco in this matchup. Actually, I don't know how it goes because I can't say I've actually ever seen them play that. It would be interesting. I don't know whether Trux would play the Ryu into the Falco though.
Maybe not. I mean,
not because he worried about the matchup, but and it's not. This is not because of disrespect either, but Trux has a bit of a habit of meeting your character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you play a character that he's got a sort of a perceived power level about, he'll pick something simple.
Ooh,
but, oh my god!
Finally getting a KO punch.
Yeah, and he catches that quick little backstep from Trux there as he jaw rolls back into that KO punch. Nice little catch, and giving him the advantage on Battlefield, which he hasn't had the advantage on so far. And sitting a nice little bit of rage there for Gerald too, until just then.
Sure, you can into the kill. We've been seeing a lot of those these last few games.
We almost saw a shield break there as Gerald just pressuring down on that little skittle of Trux's, but that was an interesting combo there from Trux. He almost sends Gerald off the edge, but doesn't quite get it this time.
Gerald going for the 2-framers on the down smash. He's been going for quite a few of those lately. I feel like Ryu's recovery is fairly easy to predict the timing of. Since he doesn't have that much in the way of options compared to other characters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his recovery is pretty linear. It's either going to be straight across with the Tatsu or straight up with the Shoryu. So you kind of know the timing that you should be doing there. Nice catch though, back air to up tilt to Shoryuken, and
that's game 3 to Trux.
That is game 3 to Trux. He is busting open this second set and takes out the lead. He
is gunning for this bread.
Yeah, there's only 2 games at the most left. Will we see Gerald bring it back? Or will we see this go to a game 5? Back to Town and City, which is Gerald's pick. Seems we're only going to see 2 stages in this set. So we'll see what Gerald will do. But oh my god, he has taken a fair bit of damage there early on. Does, however, return it to Ryu. And
I feel like just trading damage is the name of the game here. Little Mac gets a hit in, Ryu gets a hit in, and I feel like that's why Ryu wins the matchup, because Little Mac just dies so early, and Ryu being, I believe, medium weight and also having an actual recovery does survive a lot longer than Little Mac. He just has that extra survivability that lets him just move mountains in this matchup.
I see what you mean. I definitely see what you mean. Wow, really nice.
Very nice combo.
Really nice conversion from Gerald as he catches him with that up smash. But yeah, you saw lots of cute little things there from Trux. You saw the backs away from the F smashes. He's feeling himself at the moment, and you can kind of see that.
Oh,
but unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. We're going into Game 5 bracket reset grand finals.
We are. We're going all the way to our last game tonight. And unfortunate SD there from Trux, but that's how the game works. And we've all done it, and I'm sure plenty of you guys at home have too. And that's the nature of the game. So we'll see what we go to next. Considering some other interesting stages, but finally settle in Battlefield. As we've talked about, this has been Trux's playground, really. He's kind of had a great time here.
I mean, really, if you're just able to play around with the platforms, that instantly puts Little Mac in a disadvantage. Just having to follow you everywhere.
Exactly, and Little Mac not known for his presence in the air, or his presence getting up, but oh my god, he lands that KO punch.
Finally gets the down tilt into the KO punch. He's been fishing for all of these games.
Yeah, he does, and he secured a KO punch before, but It was off a read. That one was his own conversion, and he nailed it. Of all of the games to do it in, it would be this one.
Trucks whiffing the Shoryuken and getting punished by the up smash. The sweet spot up smash, no less.
And it's not looking good here for Trucks on his sort of signature stage from this set. He is really dropping the ball on game 5.
Nice spot dodge.
And oh my god, again, he's coming back down with that focus attack, but Gerald meets him there every time. And
that is it.
That true
Gerald
Shoryuken
takes the grand final. He is our winner of Smash at Battle Hall number...
I think this is like 14?
14. Sounds about right.
Yeah, anyway, fantastic work there from Gerald. He really brought that back. And,
he did.
Just a dominant victory in that last game, and really kind of showed that he'd met and battled his demons of that Battlefield stage.
And the matchup.
Yeah, and the matchup too, which we really saw throughout both of those sets, was that the Battlefield itself was almost more important than the characters. So,
and here is our 2 grand finalists, Gerald and Chris.